Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the Bobby Orr career replay from the 1966-67 season, his rookie season. As you can see here, the Bruins are not faring well so far. They're currently 2-8 and in last place, or tied for last place, with the New York Rangers. In this game, they do not, at least they do not give points for ties, where they did actually in the actual league. Don't know why they don't do it here. But anyway, technically the Bruins are in last place, as the New York Rangers also have 2 wins, but they also have 2 ties. So the Rangers technically have 6 points. Chicago Blackhawks are in first place with 14 points. They didn't have any ties. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, actually, technically, the Toronto Maple Leafs are in first place with 16 points because they did have 2 ties. Next would be the Montreal Canadiens, who have 11 points technically because of 1 tie. And Detroit who won in the last game we just played. Actually, I'm sorry, they lost in the last game we played to Toronto by a score of 3-0. Currently have 7 points. So the Bruins have not tied a game yet and are in last place. Today they'll be facing the Montreal Canadiens, who again have 11 points and are in third place. So it's a little. I wanted to show you the standings after 10 games, and we'll be right back and I'll show you the statistics so far for the Bruins and Mr. Bobby Orr. All right, here are the statistics for the Boston Bruins, the 2-8 Boston Bruins. You can see up top here they're 0-5 at home and 2-3 on the road, so they fared much better on the road. Goals for only 17, where against is 40. They've won 45% of the faceoffs. Power play, they're just 16% effective on power play, and penalty kill 77%. So the stat leaders here. Let's see here. See how they rate this here. It looks like it's just according to, I don't even know what the actual, I think they just throw the games up there, throw the names up there in any order, because it doesn't look like it's, it looks like it might be according to, no, it's not, there is no rhyme or reason to this. You can't sort them, unfortunately, in this game. It's very, very basic stat keeping, I mean, it's somewhat in-depth, but just not very user-friendly. Anyway, Mr. Bobby Orr so far in 10 games has 2 goals, one of them being a shorthanded. One of them was a power play, the other. 3 assists, 20 shots on goal, 1 giveaway, 21 takeaways to lead the team. 14 hits to also lead the team. Block shots and wide shots forced 11 to lead the team. And is that the wide shots? No, that's not wide shots. I don't know what the WOS is. WDS. I'm not sure exactly what that is. 2 penalties for 4 minutes. And his line is -4, which is not really that bad considering that he's on 2 different lines, kind of. I think he's the 4th line defense too, or occasionally is. So, and he also plays on the power play, so that isn't bad considering of that. And because they do go as high as -13 on Wayne Connolly's line, or when he's out there. Let's see here. So in all, he has 5 points, which is, let's see, John Busick leads with 6 points. So he is second on the team with that 5 points. So not a lot of high scoring for the Bruins. And let's go to Johnny Busick. Just look at him. He's the goal leader by far with 5 goals and just 1 assist for 31 shots on goal. Let's see. And Ron Stewart has 3 goals, one of them being a power play. And Wayne Connolly also has 3 goals. And they're at 3 points there. Ron Murphy's still on the disabled list, I guess you could say, on the DL, whatever you call it in hockey. And let's got the goalies, I guess. So Eddie Johnston, 5 games. He's allowed 18 goals, 88% save percentage, goals against average 4.14, so not faring well there. Officially 0-2 record. Now I'm not sure exactly how they do this record thing because there's obviously not enough games here. They played 10 games and there's only 5 games accounted for here, so maybe some of the games that get shared, they don't give a victory to either one. That's what it's kind of looking like there. So can't really go by this 1-loss record here, I guess. Yeah, because Johnson's played 5 games, but he's only got 2 decisions. And Cheevers, 4 games and only 2 decisions. And Bernie Parent, he's actually only started 1 game, so that's the only. I think he did play the whole game. So I think in order to get a victory, you have to play the whole game. So that's why these are skewed off, which is unfortunate. Because I'm not going to leave a goalie in if they're getting battered. So just to give them a loss. So Jerry Cheever's also ineffective. 15 goals against in 4 games, with also an 88% save percentage with a 4.31 goals against average. And finally, Bernie Parent, he's been the most effective, although he's played limitedly. 6 games, 5 goals allowed. Again, those are kind of including games that he's come in relief in the third, to take over in the third period generally. 92% with a 2.38 goals against. So all in all, Bruins goaltending not very good, but their offense has been even worse overall. So that's it. A little summary there, and I guess we'll take a look at the league leaders real quickly because we are playing all the games of this 8-team league. So I'll be right back with the leaders. All right, so let's look at the stats here again. Not the best way to present them, but these are sortable though, at least. So let's look at the games. Not really important. Goals. We have Bruce McGregor. Again, I'm not even sure what teams these guys are on. Doesn't even show. So Paul Henderson and Ron Ellis and Kenny Wareham all with 6 goals. You can see Johnny Busick's here with 5 goals. The Hull brothers both have 6 goals apiece. Power play goals. Paul Henderson, Jim Pappen, and Bobby Hull. And Ken Wareham all lead with 3 with Henderson and 2 with the rest of the guys. Shorthanded goals. There. Assists. Pronovos, from Montreal, leads with 7. And a bunch of guys tied with 6. I'm trying to see if there's any. Bobby Orr should be here. So there he is, down with 3 points. Bobby Russo with 12, and McGregor and Wareham with 11. Ellis with 10. Shots on goal. Paul Henderson 46. Norm Ullman 43, and Gordie Howe, we know them. And Jim Pappen and Red Kelly. Giveaways. Probably some Bruins up here. Ted Green of the Bruins, yeah, he's there with 8 giveaways. Ravlich leads with 10, with Joe Watson and Bert Marshall with 9. Takeaways, Bobby Orr should be up on this list. Yeah, he's 3rd with 21 takeaways and interceptions. Gary Bergman and Tim Horton lead with 24. Tim Horton out of Toronto, I know that. Hits. Bobby Orr leads with 14, or tied with Ferguson with 14 hits. And blocked shots, he should be right up there too. Yep, Bobby Orr with 11. Harry Howell with 12. And that WDS, I'm not sure what that is. Win something maybe. Del Vecchio, I can't even see the names now. And Hillman. Penalty minutes. John McKenzie of the Bruins leads with 12. No surprise there. Van Impe with 8, and a few others tied with 8. He has a number of penalties. Penalty minutes, he's probably going to be, he's the leader there by far. McKenzie with 72. And Ferguson next with 38, tied with Bergman. So McKenzie far and above the penalty minutes leader, plus minus. Yeah, there's a Bruin right there. Wayne Connolly. And I think Marat is on the Bruins too. Marat. So they're up there in their plus minus, which is not good. It means their lines have given up a lot more goals than have scored. Plus 11. Let's see the leaders here. Pierre Palat, no surprise there. Dick Duff, Robbie Russo. No Bruins are there. Future Bruin Phil Esposito is up there. So yeah, so not much going on for the Bruins there. And I'll be right back with some look at the teams real quick and then get into the game. All right, and here are the team stats here. See the Bruins down near the bottom with 2. Chicago and Toronto with 7 wins. Losses, Bruins with 8. Lead. Ties, Bruins don't have any yet. Points. Again, these are points without the ties. Lost that. And home losses. Bruins lead with Detroit, Wolf with 5. Home ties. None there. Away wins. Bruins with 2. Chicago leads with 5. Away losses. Bruins with 3. Away ties. Goals 4. Toronto leads with 31. Bruins way down at the bottom with 17. Goals against. Bruins lead with 40. Detroit 39. Montreal the best goals against with only 16. Power plays against, is that what it means? Can't remember what that is. Anyway, they're in the middle of that. Power play goals here. Bruins with just 3. Although they are not the last. So Chicago leads with 6. Power play percentage. Bruins are actually not too bad. 16%. New York Rangers horrible. Only 4%. Penalty kills. Bruins second with 30. Of course, it's because they've been on the penalty kill so many times too. And maybe that's penalty kill goals. Penalty kill assists maybe against penalty kills. So penalty kill goals. That means they've I think allowed 7 goals, so they're the worst there. Toronto the best. All right, so let's get into the game. So those are some stats there for the first 10 games of the season. Alrighty, and here we are with the start of the game. We did have to play one other game to get up to date. I forgot we hadn't played a Montreal game from the day before against the Rangers, in which they won by a score of 4-2, 3-2 basically, but with a empty net goal at the end for the given up by the Rangers to make it 4-2. So Montreal actually has one more win now. They're 6-2. So they have 12 points in this game in the standings. And I think in the regular season, well, this would have given them more because I think they had a tie or 2, which does not count for points in this league, in this game. All right. So the Montreal Canadiens will be visiting the Boston Bruins in the Boston Garden. Bruins hopefully will get a win out of today as they did in the actual game. I think it was a 2-1 game in the actual game, but I know the Bruins did win. So for the visiting Montreal Canadiens, it's going to be John Ferguson at left wing, Terry Harper at left defense, Henry Richard, I believe that's Rocket Richard there, at center, Jake Laperriere at left defense, and Ivan Cornier. I forgot how to pronounce his name again. Hold on. All right, looks like it's Cornoyer. It's the best I could get out of the pronunciation I found on the internet. Cornoyer. Good enough. All right, for the hometown Boston Bruins, it's Johnny Busick, Bobby Orr, Pitt Martin, Ted Green, and Ed Westfall. Nice, easy names. Anyway, so the Bruins come in at 2-8, and Montreal at 6-2, with a tie or two. I know the Bruins didn't have any ties. So without further ado, let's get the face-off and get this game underway. Alrighty, so let's see. Face-off's going to be won by Montreal. It's going to go over to Cornoyer, of course. And that's going to be, he's going to pass it over to Harper. Harper with the pass. And it's going to be a giveaway by Ferguson. Pitt Martin with the puck for the Bruins. He'll pass it over to Westfall. Westfall over to Green, and that's going to be taken away by Richard. And immediately Martin will force the dump in. Puck battle between Richard and Martin. And that'll be won by Martin for the Bruins. Line change for both teams. And it's going to be Joe Watson with it for the Bruins. And he'll pass it over to Marat. Marat will pass it back to Goldsworthy. A lot of passing and no shooting so far. He'll pass it back to Connolly. And he'll finally put a shot on net. And it'll be saved and held onto by Worsley. So the goalies, which I didn't mention before, Gump Worsley is in for the Canadians and Eddie Johnston for the Bruins. Face off to the right of Worsley. That's going to be won by Montreal. Over to Vardenez. And he'll pass it over to Duff. And Duff will wind up and take a shot. And that's going to be a save by Johnson, and he'll hold on to it. So face off to the left of Johnson. Dillabow and Beliveau in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Beliveau for the Canadians. Over to Vardenez. Vardenez over to Duff. Duff will pass it over to LaPerriere. And LaPerriere will pass it back to Richard. And Richard will pass it over to Harper, and it's going to be hit off the puck by Green for the Bruins. Loose puck covered by Oliver for the Bruins. And that's going to be over to Mr. Bobby Orr. Mr. Bobby Orr will wind up and take an awesome shot here. And it is going to be saved and held on to by Worsley. So Orr with an opportunity there. Denied by Worsley. 5 minutes gone by in the first period. No score. Face up between Richard and Oliver. And it's going to be won by Oliver for the Bruins. It's going to go over to Green. Green will pass it over to Stewart. Stewart will wind up and take a shot. And be saved and held onto by Worsley. So Bruins getting some opportunities here early on. Richard and Oliver in the face-off circle. Referee drops the puck. Won by Montreal. Over to Harper. Harper will hit off the puck by Stewart. Puck battle between Stewart and Harper. And that's going to be won by Stewart for the Bruins. Line change for both teams. Dallas Smith with the puck now. He'll pass it over to Goldsworthy. Goldsworthy with the pass. Actually, he'll decide he's going to take a shot instead. And that is going to be saved by Worsley. Kicked out to Tremblay. And Waterwich will cause the dump in for the Bruins. And Cheevers will Johnson will cover it up, and they'll have a face-off. 7 minutes gone by with still no score. Beliveau and Dillabow in the face-off circle. And face-off will be won by Montreal. Over to Vardenez. Vardenez over to Tremblay. Tremblay will pass it back to Vardenez. And Vardenez will pass it. And actually Harper with it now. And he'll pass it over to Ferguson. And the Bruins take it away as Westphal gets the takeaway. And we're going to have a delayed penalty on LePerrier. As Buster Bobby Orr is going to have another opportunity here. He winds up, takes the shot. And it's going to be good. So Bobby Orr scores his third goal of the season, and the Bruins go on top 1-0 against their arch rivals Montreal Canadiens. Fans are going crazy. Alrighty, so that'll wave off that penalty there. And we'll see if there's any assists on the play. And yep, Mr. Ed Westphal had the takeaway. And Ed Westphal will get an assist on the play. So the Bruins go up 1-0. So now we're gonna play. So we're going to change the lines for both teams. And we're going to play, and try it this way. We're going to have Bruins go back on physical and low, at least with their second and third lines, and we'll see how that goes. Montreal's probably just going to remain neutral for now. Just down by 1 goal halfway through the first period. And at the exact time is 8 minutes and 55 seconds of the first period. So, all right, so let's see if the Bruins can protect the lead and possibly get another goal here. So face-off at center ice. Face-off will be won by the Canadians. And Russo will have the puck. Russo over to Vadnais. And he'll be forced dump in by Waterwich. Puck battle between Duff and Waterwich. And that'll be won by Duff. And it's going to be no hit for the Bruins as, let's see, 36. So that's going to be an assist though, so that might not necessarily be the good thing. And that's going to be an assist pass to, thankfully to Vadnais, who's not a great shot. Whew, that would have been a goal with the other guy probably, with Tremblay. Instead, it's just a rebound taken by Goldsworthy, and we're going to go with medium physical play and just low forechecking. We'll go with that. All right, so line changes for both teams. And it's going to be taken away by Roberts for the Canadians. Roberts over to Ballone. Ballone will give it away, though. And, no, not a breakaway, but Pitt Martin has it now. Bruins set up. And 0-1. Forechecking is 0-1, so no assist, and it wouldn't have been anyway. So it's going to be just a weak shot by Busick. Easy save by Worsley. And he'll hold on to it. So Bruins up 1-0 with 9 minutes 20 seconds left in the first period. Roberts and Martin in the face-off circle. Bruins win the face-off. Kick it out to Busick. Busick with the pass to Mr. Bobby Orr. And Orr will pass it over to Martin. Martin with the pass. And he's going to be hit off the puck by Talbot. Loose puck. Tracked down by Harris for the Canadians. Line change for both teams. Rocket Richard with it now. And he's going to get a weak shot on Johnston. Johnston makes the save. Rebound taken up by McKenzie for the Bruins. He'll skate it up over to Dallas Smith. Smith will pass it over to Stewart. And that is going to be a pass over to Smith. Smith will pass it back to Stewart. And that's going to be intercepted by Harper. Gets it over to Ferguson. Ferguson, line change for both teams. Duff with it now. And he will pass it over to Russo. And it's going to be a dump in because the Bruins are playing 1-4 checker. So it's going to be a dump in. And be tracked down by Mr. Bobby Orr. Over to Green. And Green will have a weak shot on net. And, saved by Worsley. Just got something on that, even though it was an easy shot. He was able to just barely get something on it to deflect it out. And it's going to be a puck battle between Green and Duff. And that's going to be won by Green for the Bruins. And he'll take a weak shot on net. And that'll be saved and held onto by Worsley. So, approaching the 5-minute mark of the first period, the Bruins holding on to a 1-0 lead. Bruins would definitely like to add to this lead, as Montreal is a dangerous team. Capable of scoring at any time. Belleville gets kicked out of the face-off circle, though. Dillabaugh will win the face-off. Over to Green. Green over to Goldsworthy. Goldsworthy will take a shot. And it's going to be a save by Worsley. Rebound by left by Vadnais. And it's going to be a penalty on, delayed penalty on Goldsworthy. See what that is, if anything. As Vadnais is going to give a great pass over to Tremblay. Tremblay will wind up and take a shot. And that's going to be it's going to be a goal. So what the penalty off, but there it is, a goal, and Montreal ties it up at 1. So the Bruins lead short-lived, and it's now a 1-1 game. And it's going to be Vadnais. So Vadnais will get the assist. It's a 1-1 game. So Richard and Oliver in the face-off circle. And we'll go back to medium forecheckers and everything here. Okay. All right. All right, so Oliver and Richard in the face-off circle. Referee drops the puck. Kicked out to Marat for the Bruins. And Marat will take a shot on that. Saved by Worsley. Rebound out to Watson. A battle between Watson and Talbot. Watson wins that battle for the Bruins, and he's going to take a shot. And that is going to be saved and held onto by Worsley. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first period. Now tied at 1. Bruins scored first, and Montreal just answered within the last minute. So Bruins win the face-off. Line changes for both teams. And we're going to have a delayed penalty on Vadnais here. The Bruins could go on the power play. And it's going to be a giveaway by the Bruins. So let's change possession there. So let's see what the penalty is, if any, on Vadnais. And it's going to be a minor on Vadnais for hooking and no misconduct. So Vadnais will go to the box. The Bruins will be on a power play. So Bruins with a chance to answer Montreal's goal here and get back the lead. The time winding down in the first period. So for the Bruins, McKenzie, Orr, Martin, Watson, and Westphal, their usual first line. And for the Montreal Canadiens on the penalty kill, it's going to be Richard, Harper, Leperrier, and Russo. So referee drops the puck. And it's going to be won by the Bruins. Out to McKenzie. McKenzie over to Watson. Watson passes it around, comes back to him. And he'll pass it again, this time over to Orr. Orr is going to give a great pass over to Westphal. Westphal is going to wind up and take a shot. And be saved and held onto by Worsley. So Orr trying to return the favor by getting Westphal on a goal opportunity there. Said it's a face-off to the right of Worsley. Halfway through the period on the penalty on Vadnais. Face-off won by the Bruins. Oh, actually no, it's going to be won by Montreal. And Russo is going to have a shorthanded opportunity here. Saved by Johnston. And held on to it. So face-off in the Bruins zone at the short-handed opportunity there. Referee drops the puck. Montreal again wins the face-off. Over to Harper. And they will ice. That's weird. Montreal ices the puck. I guess it must have escaped out of the zone. And Bruins with it now. Hit by Harper. And Leperrier will end up with it for Montreal. And Montreal successfully kills the penalty to Vadnais. And it remains a 1-1 game as we approach the 1-minute mark of the first period. Let's have Bruins go with 3-4 checkers here. See if they can do something here. Yeah, we need Montreal with 2. Alright. So Tremblay will wind up and take a shot for Montreal. And it's going to be forced wide by... Bruins have 3-4 checkers though, so it will be on target. But it's a save by Johnson. Puck battle between Harper and Stewart. And that'll be won by Stewart for the Bruins.
Last minute of play in this period.
And he's going to pass it over to McKenzie. Ooh, an impossible... It's going to be a delayed penalty possibly on LaRose as we approach the end of the first period. So it's going to be McKenzie with the shot. And it's going to be saved by Worsley. And leaves it for Leperrier. And, oh, alright. So now we're going to see what the penalty is of the change of possession. And no penalty on the play. 31 and 33 here. So just beyond that. So the referee waves it off. And it's going to be skated up by Backstrom. Backstrom's going to take a shot. Saved and held on to by Johnson. Face off to the right of Johnston with just a few seconds left before the end of the period. Here's the face-off. Won by the Bruins. And that'll be the end of the first period. As the Bruins score first, but Montreal answers, and it's now 1-1. So let's check out the shots on goal situation, the goals. So the goal by Mr. Bobby Orr to start it off. And assist by Westphal. And Montreal, their goal by Tremblay. Assist by Vadnais. Shots on goal leaders. Montreal only had 7 shots, just 1 apiece for everybody. For the Bruins, Bobby Orr had 2, Green had 2, and Goldsworthy had 2 shots. Bobby Orr with the only goal. So in all, Boston had 13 shots on net and Montreal with 7s. So we'll be right back with the start of the second period. All right, here we are at the start of the second period with the score tied at 1. Beliveau and Dillabaugh in the face-off circle. Referee drops the puck. Won by Montreal. Over to Duff. Duff over to Russo. Russo will wind up and take a shot. And it's going to be a save by Johnston. Rebound out to Tremblay. Tremblay with the rebound. Oh, battle between Tremblay and Connolly. And that'll be won by Tremblay. And Tremblay will wind up and take a shot. Good opportunity here for Montreal. And it's going to be a save by Johnston. Rebound out to Vadnais, though. Vadnais with a shot. They'll go wide. Loose puck tracked down by Mr. Bobby Orr. And it's going to be a possible another penalty on Vadnais. As Dillabaugh with the puck now takes the shot. Saved by Worsley. Goldsworthy with an opportunity. Goldsworthy battling with Vadnais. And that is going to be won by Vadnais. So we'll see what the penalty is. And it's going to be another minor on Vadnais for hooking. So Vadnais will go to the box again, and Bruins once again will be on the power play. With the score tied at 1. Power play team out for the Bruins, line out for the Bruins. Penalty killing line out for the Canadians. Referee drops the puck. Bruins win the faceoff. Over to Watson. And let's see here, number 40. So that is going to be an assist anyway. So Martin with a great pass over to Westfall. Westfall will wind up and take a shot. Oh, 1-6 would have been good. It's 1-10-8. So nearly a goal there as it hits the pole off the post. And the rebounds, let's see here. Rebounds out to McKenzie, though. McKenzie controls the puck for the Bruins. And let's see here. Defense forechecker. Nope, they're not. So that's going to be forced dump in by Harper. Worsley will recover it and leave it for LaPerriere. Line changes for both teams. And it's going to be past the center. So Oliver with the force the dump in. Johnson recovers it, leaves it for Green. And Tremblay will force the dump in. Puck battle between Harris and Busick. And that's going to be won by Busick. Busick over to Oliver. Oliver with the shot. No, actually, he is not going to get a shot as Tremblay intercepts it. As we approach the end of the power play for the Bruins. And Tremblay will ice it. And that's going to kill off the penalties. The Bruins unsuccessful on the power play on Vadnais. And it remains 1-1. Murat with the puck now for the Bruins. They'll pass it over to Stewart. And another possible penalty on Ferguson for Montreal. Delayed penalty as Stewart's going to give a great pass over to Oliver. Oliver winds up and takes the shot. And it's going to be a save by Worsley. Loose puck by LaPerriere, and we'll see what the penalty is on the change of possession. So the penalty is going to be a minor penalty on Ferguson for hooking and a misconduct also. So he'll go to the box. Bruins will be on the power play once again, and Ferguson also with the misconduct, 10 extra minutes. So he'll be gone for most of the rest of this period. Alright, so penalty line, power play and penalty killing lines out for each team. Referee drops the puck, 16-minute mark of the second period. 16 minutes left in the second period. And faceoff will be won by Montreal. Over to Russo. Russo over to Richard, and Richard will have a shorthanded opportunity here. Easy saved and held on to by Johnson. So face off in the Bruins zone. Referee drops the puck once again by Montreal. Over to Russo. Russo with an... Oh, it's going to be... He's going to skate it in and get a good shot, but ORR get over there and force the dump in, so ORR is everywhere. And it's going to be Martin with the loose puck. And he is going to pass it over to Westfall. Westfall with a weak shot. And it's going to be forced wide by LaPerriere. Loose puck won by Martin for the Bruins. And it's going to go over to Westfall. Westfall will pass it over to ORR. And ORR is going to pass it. Oh, it's going to be forced dumping now by LaPerriere. And Golier recovers and leaves it for Harper. Harper skated up. And he will give it away. Westfall with it. Oh, that should be the end of the power play here. Here we go. And Waterwich will give it away. So Bruins cannot do nothing on there. Oh, and their Bruins are playing 3-4 checkers, so Montreal is going to have a breakaway opportunity here. And it's going to be saved and held onto by Johnson. So one of the things about having 3-4 checkers is you're going to give chances of giving away a breakaway. So Bruins will go back to regular play here, style of play. See if Mr. Bobby Orr can get him another goal. Or at least an assist anyway. So here's the face-off. Face-off won by Montreal. Over to Tremblay. Stewart hits him off the puck. Puck battle between Stewart and Vadnais. And that is going to be won by Stewart. Over to Oliver. Oliver with the pass. Over to Waterwich. Waterwich over to McKenzie. And before stumping by Russo. As both teams change lines. Orsley leaves it for LaPerriere. And Roberts has it, and he's going to give it away. Westfall with it. Westfall over to Green. And he'll be hit off the puck by Harper. Puck battle between Ballone and Green. And that's going to be won by Ballone. Ballone with it now. Is hit off the puck by Green. Loose puck battle between LaPerriere and Busick. And that is going to be won by LaPerriere. And it's delayed penalty on Mr. Bobby Orr possibly. Let's see what that's going to be. Well, it's a pass, so it's not going to be delayed. So let's see. So Mr. Bobby Orr will go to the penalty box for 2, but so will another penalty on the other team. So they'll be offsetting penalties, so they won't hurt. This doesn't hurt the Bruins, other than the fact that Bobby Orr is going to the penalty box for tripping. No misconduct. So let's see here. Looks like the penalty is going to be on Ballone. And 2 and 11. That fits in that range right there. The minimum right there. So that is going to be a penalty on the goalie. So do I hit it here? Yeah, there's a penalty there. And I think... Who was going to serve it? Was it going to be this guy? He was highlighted, so we're going to have him serve it. How do I get the... Okay, I think I can do it this way. Yes. There we go. I can do it that way. If I hit him again, he'll... There we go. Balone served the penalty there. Okay. So I think we got that right. That's a misconduct, and then offsetting penalties here. Okay, good. I think we're good here. All right. So we'll change the lines up here. Make sure no Ferguson, no Balone. Okay, and Mr. Bobby Orr, no Bobby. Okay, good. So we're good here. So here's the face-off. We approach the midway point of the second period. No, still tied at 1. And Montreal will win the face-off. Over to Harris. And it's going to be hit off the puck by Smith. Puck battle between Bellevue and Dillabow. Yeah, they're the offense, so defense yet. So it's going to be Dillabow with the loose puck. And I'm going to change it manually. And Connolly with the shot. And it's going to be forced wide by Russo. Both teams change lines. Puck battle between Vadnais and Westphal, won by Vadnais. Vadnais will pass it around, and it'll pass it again. This time it's taken away by Martin. Puck battle between Richard and Watson. And I'm sorry, nope. It's going to be a pass over to Watson, and he's not going to be hit off by Richard. And but he'll give it away. And Richard has it now, as they kill the penalties are done. And Richard with it now. He's going to pass it. And now we'll change lines for both teams. Duff with it now. And he's going to get a shot off on net. And it's going to be a save by Johnston. Rebound out to Russo. Rebound between loose puck battle between Russo, the rebound by Orr and Russo, and that is going to be won by Russo, and he'll take a shot, saved and held onto by Johnston. So face off to the right of Johnston, tied at 1-1 with 8 minutes left in the second period. Bellevue and Dillabow in the face-off circle. Dillabow wins it for the Bruins. Kicks it out to Conley. And he'll be hit off it by Bellevue. And it's going to be a puck battle. And Bellevue will win the puck battle. Gets it over to Harris. Harris with the pass. Over to Bellevue. Bellevue with a weak shot. Saved by Johnson. Conley wins the puck battle. And it's going to be intercepted, though. No, it's not going to be. And it's going to be over to Goldsworthy. He'll take a shot. Saved by Worsley. Rousseau with the rebound. Gets it over to Talbot. Line changes for both teams. Oops. As Tremblay has it now. And it's going to be a delayed penalty on Westfall. 29. Actually, it's a pass, so it's no delayed penalty. So it's going to be a penalty on... Oh, it's going to be a matching penalties. So 20 plus opponent if 2 or higher. Harper is 2 or higher. So a minor for cross-checking, no misconduct, and a minor for holding on Harper. So offsetting penalties once again. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, there we go. Oh, Pat Martin can't be on it twice. Can't be on the line twice, so we'll put McKenzie here. Okay. All right. So referee drops the puck. Face-off won by the Bruins. Over to Marat. Marat over to Watson. Watson will pass it back to Marat. He'll be hit off the puck by LePerrier. Loose puck battle won by Busick. Busick over to Martin. Martin will take a shot. And it's going to be saved and held onto by Worsley. 5 minutes left in the second period. Score still knotted at 1. Backstrom and Martin in the face-off circle. Face-off won by the Bruins. Over to Marat. Hit off the puck by Backstrom. Martin chases down the loose puck. Gets it over to McKenzie. McKenzie takes a shot. And saved by Worsley. Perrier with gets the puck. And loose puck hit by Parisi, caused a loose puck. Over to Talbot. Talbot gets it for the Montreal. And penalty is over. So line changes by both teams. Waterwich will force the dump in. And Johnson covers it for the face-off. So Martin and Belleville in the face-off circle. And Martin's going to be kicked out of the face-off circle. So Montreal wins the face-off. Over to Vadnais. Forced dump in by Smith. And Johnson will again cover it up. And we'll have another face-off in the Bruins zone. Canadians win the face-off. Over to Duff. Taken away by Waterwich for the Bruins. And he'll wind up and take a shot. And it's going to be a goal. So Waterwich with a weak shot. Looked like a weak shot there. But it goes in. And the Bruins take a 2-1 lead. Alrighty, so the goal by Bob Waterwich puts the Bruins back on top 2-1. Let's see if there's any assists on the play here. No, it's a takeaway by Waterwich off the pass by Duff. So Waterwich does it himself. Unassisted goal by Waterwich. Alright. So let's go back to the 1-4 checker. We'll keep with medium play, physical play, but we'll go with just the 1-4 checker. All right, 2 minutes 40. See, that was at the 17 minutes and 32 second mark of the second period. So good ending to the second period for the Bruins. Let's see if they can at least skate out this last 2 minutes and 40 seconds and go to the locker room up with a 1-goal lead. So Schock and Richard in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Schock for the Bruins. Over to Williams. Williams passes it over to Parisi. Parisi with the shot. And saved and held on to by Worsley. The face off in the Montreal zone. Face off won by Montreal. Over to Ferguson. The line changes by both teams. And it's going to be a giveaway by Tremblay. And McKenzie with the puck for the Bruins. Gets it over to Oliver. Bruins on the move as Oliver is going to give a great pass over to Wadowich again. Can Wadowich score a second goal? No. Even though it was a weak shot here, this shot was even weaker. And this one does not go. And the rebound is going to go out to Tremblay. Tremblay skates it up. Over to JC Tremblay. Over to Gilles Tremblay. Gilles Tremblay. I think that's how you pronounce it, like Gilles Gilbert. And he'll get a weak shot on that. And that's going to be saved and held on to by Johnson. So face off in the Bruins zone. Approaching the 1 minute mark of the second period with the Bruins with a 1-goal lead. Backstrom and Oliver in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Montreal.
Last minute of play in this period.
It was going to be a takeaway, though, by McKenzie. He's going to get it over to Smith. Smith will pass it over to Oliver. And let's see here. Oh, it's going to be intercepted, though, by Tremblay. JC Tremblay. Gets it over to Gilles Tremblay. He's going to give an excellent shot. Assist pass over to Vadnais. Vadnais will get a weak shot on Johnson. And that'll be easily covered up by Johnson. So we're approaching the end of the second period here. Free drops the puck. Montreal wins the faceoff. And Tremblay's going to have a shot on that. And it's going to go. Oh, man. The Bruins could not kill off the rest of the period. And Montreal evens it at 2. How disheartening there. Ugh. Unbelievable. The Bruins cannot hold on to the lead for long. Vadnais and Gilles Tremblay with the assists. Ugh. How disheartening that is. Alright. So face off to the one by Montreal, and this should do it. And it will, as we go into the locker room, a 2-2 tie. The Bruins thought they were going to have the lead going into the... Montreal quickly answers with just 24 seconds left in the period. Wow. Ugh. Alright, so let's take a look at the stats here. At the end of 2 periods. So ORR with the goal. Wadowich with a goal. Westfall with the assist for the Bruins from Montreal. Both goals by JC Tremblay. Vadnais with 2 assists, and Tremblay and Gilles Tremblay with the other. Ouch. So we'll be right back with the start of this third period. Knotted up at 2. Alright, we're back with the start of the third period. Knotted up at 2. Richard and Schock in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Montreal. Richard with the puck. Gets it over to Tremblay. JC has 2 goals already today. And he'll pass it back to Richard. Richard with the pass over to Vadnais. Vadnais will pass it over to Tremblay. JC Tremblay. And he's going to pass it around. It comes back to him. Passes it out again. Over to Richard. And Richard will pass it over to Cournoyer. As I forgot how to pronounce the name again. Don't use it a lot, you forget how to pronounce it. Bruins with the line change. And Smith will hit Cournoyer off the puck. As Montreal now changes lines. Third line out for the Bruins, and the first line out for the Montreal with the third line out for Montreal also with the first line of defense. Let's see here. So loose puck tracked down by Smith for the Bruins. Gets it over to Goldsworthy. Goldsworthy with the shot. And that is going to go as he gets it just past LaPerrier's stick and into the goal to put the Bruins back on top again. So the Bruins retake the lead. Team's trading goals today. Fans going crazy here. Alright, we're going to keep everything even this time. We're not going to change our forechecker or anything. We're just going to leave it like this. Yeah. We're not going to change anything there. So that third line for the Bruins comes through again. Second goal of the day, run by Waterwich and now by Goldsworthy. And the Bruins back on top 3-2. Alright, so Richard and Oliver in the face-off circle. Montreal wins the face-off. And it's going to be hit off the puck by Stewart. And Richard will track down a loose puck from Montreal. Gets it over to Ferguson. Ferguson will put a shot on Johnston. And that's going to be a save by Johnston. Rebound over to Oliver. A loose puck tracked down by Oliver for the Bruins. And it's going to be intercepted by Richard. Line changes for both teams. LaPerriere with the puck now for Montreal. He'll pass it over to Backstrom. Not Wally Backstrom, but Ralph Backstrom. And it's going to be Green's going to hit him and cause a loose puck. And Goldsworthy is going to come out with it for the Bruins. Gets it over to Green. Green will give it away, though. Gilles Tremblay ends up with it. Gets over LaPerriere. And he'll give it away. And Goldsworthy's going to have a breakaway shot here. Can the Bruins go up by 2? No, as Worsley makes a great save. So Bruins with a chance to go up by 2 there on the breakaway by Goldsworthy, but denied by Worsley. This puck goes out to Harper. And it's going to go over to LaPerriere. Back to Gilles Tremblay. Line changes for the Bruins. Actually, no, not for the Bruins. It's going to be a penalty, though, on Goldsworthy. Delayed penalty. So Montreal could go on the power play here. Let's see. It's going to be the goalie penalty. There's no numbers here, so it's going to be waved off. And Harper will end up with it for the Montreal. Harper passed it over LaRosse and forced dump in by Conley. Loose puck between Orr and LaRose. And it's going to be tracked down. Mr. Bobby Orr ends up with it. Gets it out to Dillabaugh. Dillabaugh with the shot. And it's going to be saved by Worsley. Rebound out to Goldsworthy. Goldsworthy with the shot. And it's going to be a save by Worsley. Left for Backstrom. Backstrom with it now. With a great pass. Over to Harper. Harper with the weak shot. Saved by Johnston. Johnston had a great game so far, stopping 17 of 19 of Montreal's 19 shots. And leaves it for Goldsworthy. Goldsworthy over to Green. Green with a great pass over to Conley. Conley winds up and takes a shot. And that's going to be saved and held on to by Worsley. So face off in the Montreal zone. Bruins up by a goal as we approach the halfway mark of the third period. Can the Bruins hold on and get their third victory of the season against their arch rivals? Wait and see. Another goal would make me feel a lot better. So face off between Dillabaugh and Backstrom, won by Dillabaugh. Over to Conley. And Conley, we'll do the line change of both teams. Third line out for the Bruins. Third line of defense. Let's see here. Second line off forwards. Third line out for Montreal. And Wadowich with the pass. Gets it over to Oliver. Oliver will give it away though. As Duff ends up with it. Skates it up. Gets it in the zone. And he's going to take a great shot here. This could tie it up possibly. No, another save by Johnston. McKenzie has it now. He'll pass it over to Wadowich. Wadowich with the pass back to over to Oliver. Oliver with the pass over to Smith. Smith with the pass, and line changes by both teams. And it's going to be taken away by Harris. Over to Talbot. Talbot will give it away, though, as Martin ends up with it for the Bruins. And Martin will pass it over to Mr. Bobby Orr. Orr with the pass over to Green. Green with a great pass over to Martin, and Martin's going to have an excellent shot here. Fires a shot point blank on net, and no, it's going to be saved by Worsley. Rebound out to Busick, though. Busick, puck battle between Busick and Harris. Busick wins that. He'll wind up and take a shot. And it's going to be blocked by Harris. Ooh, and possible injury here, though, on Westfall. Westfall just for the shift. Okay. So we'll take him out. I'll put McKenzie in there. So McKenzie with the loose puck. Over to Busick. Takeaway, though, by LaRose. Line changes for both teams. And Tremblay with it now. J.C. Tremblay already has 2 goals in the game. Pass it over to Vadnais. Ooh, almost a penalty on Goldsworthy. Wow, he's a high penalty guy. And Vadnais with it. And he'll pass it over to... Let's see here. Comes a rack around him. Pass it again to Duff. Duff with the shot. And it's going to be saved by Johnson. Rebound. Duff's going to get a rebound shot here. And he's going to shoot. And it'll be saved again by Johnson. And Johnson with a great couple of saves here off of shots by Duff. To get. And he'll hold on to it. So keeps the Bruins in front with a 1-goal lead. Face off to the right of Johnston. Beliveau and Dillabaugh in the face-off circle. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. Can the Bruins hold on and get their 3rd win of the season? Van is with it, and it's going to be hit off the puck by Dillabaugh. Loose puck battle between Watson and Russo. And that's going to be won by Watson for the Bruins. Line changes for both teams. Dallas Smith with it now. Passes it around. Gets it back. Passes it again, this time over to McKenzie. McKenzie winds up and takes a shot. Saved and held on to by Worsley. So the Bruins keeping the pressure on. Up by a goal. Face off in the Montreal zone. Richard and Oliver. And Richard will be kicked out of the face-off circle. So Oliver wins the face-off. Gets it over to McKenzie. McKenzie with the shot. And, oh, man. Great save by Worsley. That was going in until Worsley got a skate on it. But McKenzie's going to have a second chance opportunity here. Not as good a shot this time. But, oh, man, this one was even closer, though. As Worsley denies him again. Man, that one was so close. That was off his skate and then off the post. Man. And the rebound this time is going to go out to Waterwich. So Waterwich is going to have a chance to get his second goal of the game. No, denied again by Worsley. So Worsley keeping Montreal in the game. Goes out to Richard as we approach the 5-minute mark. So lots of excitement going on here. And LePerrier with it now. He'll pass it over to Richard. Richard with the pass as both teams do. Oh, no, actually. Do manual line changes. And it's going to be delayed penalty on McKenzie. No, it's going to be a penalty on McKenzie as it was a pass. So, see what the penalty is to McKenzie. It's going to be a minor. No misconduct this time, though. So, McKenzie is going to go to the box. So, the Bruins are going to have to fight off another Montreal penalty with 4 minutes left in the game. Can they hold on to it? So, Bruins with their penalty killing line of Busick, Orr, Green, and Martin out there. Against the Montreal #1 power play line of the Rose, Harper, Richard, LePerrier, and Russo. Referee drops the puck. That's going to be won by Montreal. Out to Russo. Russo over to Richard. Richard with the pass over to Harper. Harper with the pass. Oh, back to Richard. It's going to be taken away, though, by Mr. Bobby Orr. So a great takeaway by Orr. And it'll be an ice by Orr, okay? Ice. So Orr will ice the puck. Perrier with it now for the Canadians. And he'll pass it around. Let's see. Line changes for both teams here. Get rid of McKenzie here. Okay. Bruins physical is low. No, it's medium actually. So that Watson with the hit. Causes the loose puck. And no, we have no center there, so we're going to have to do a loose puck tie. And it's going to be a battle between Richard and Watson. And that'll be won by Watson for the Bruins. And the Bruins successfully kill out the penalty. Just a minute, 40 seconds left. Line changes for both teams. Montreal is... No, they can't pull the goal yet, I guess. I think it's the ball. Puck must be in their zone. Okay. All right. So Dillabaugh with it now. Dillabaugh with the pass over to Goldsworthy, and that's going to be taken away by Tremblay.
Last minute of play in the game.
So Montreal's going to pull their goalie. No. Oh, probably Connoisseur. 1-9, 10-17. 10-18. I think he's slightly better. I'll be Russo. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. So Rocket Richard on as a 6-man here. All right. Bruins have to try to kill this off. 1 minute left. Can they do it? Pass to right wing number 6. Oh. Is this a power play opportunity? I guess it is. No, it's the end of the power play, so it can't be. It's got to be even strength now. Anyway, well, we'll take the shot. And it's going to be saved by Johnston. And rebound out to Tremblay. Tremblay will put a weak shot on that. However, it's weak, but it goes in. Oh. So Tremblay with a weak shot goes in. And with 1 minute left, Montreal again thwarts the Bruins' victory chances here and ties the game at 3. Unbelievable. Wow, as the fans are stunned. Oh, man. Bruins are going for it here. They got to go for it. Montreal's will be happy with the tie here. They're going to go on defense here. But, man, not done yet, though. All right, let's see here. So let's switch our lines up. Bruins going to go with their number 1 line. Montreal go with their number 1 lines. As they put the goalie back in. So Montreal is able to pull the goalie and score the tying goal with just a minute left. Wow. Unbelievable. Fans are shocked. I'm shocked. All right, here's the face-off. Face-off won by the Bruins out to Mr. Bobby Orr. Mr. Bobby Orr with the pass over to Green. Richard will break that one up. Westfall with it, though. Wins the loose puck battle. Over to Busick. Busick with a great assist pass over to Westfall. Westfall winds up, takes the shot. And saved by Worsley. Can they get a rebound? No, it's LePerrier. And Bruins will take it away, though. And that's the end of the game. Unbelievable. The Bruins had... Oh, man. As everything blanks out there. So, man, unbelievable as the Montreal Canadiens end up getting another goal after the Bruins scored theirs. Oh, man. So, Orr scored his third. Waterwich his first. Goldsworthy his first. Some good play by the Bruins' third line there with Waterwich and Goldsworthy. Tremblay with... All Tremblay for Montreal is... J.C. Tremblay gets 2 goals, and Gilles Tremblay gets the game-tying goal at the end. And the Bruins only have to settle for their tie, their first tie of the season. Well, I guess it's better than a loss. But, man, they're so close to a victory there, as they did actually win this one. I was hoping to pull it off, but great game, though. Great game. Can't complain about the quality of the game. It's definitely an exciting game. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. I know I did. That was a great game to call. So, let's see. So, Orr, Waterwich, and Goldsworthy with the goals for the Bruins. Assists by Westfall. Just 1 assist. That's it. As the rest of them were unassisted goals. For Montreal, all Tremblay. 2 by JC and 1 by Gilles. 2 assists by Vadnais. 1 assist by Gilles Tremblay. Shots on goal for the Bruins. McKenzie led with 5 shots. McKenzie had his opportunities too. So close on a couple of those. Goldsworthy with 6 shots though. Wow. 1 goal to show for it. So Bobby Orr's final stats were 1 goal, 2 shots on goal, 1 takeaway, and a penalty for 2 minutes. For Montreal, let's see here. Shots on goal where Dick Duff with 6 and nothing to show for it, and a bunch of guys with 3 shots. So that is it as we wrap things up from Boston Garden. The Boston Gardens have to settle for a tie after taking the lead on 3 separate occasions, only to see Montreal come back and tie the game. Thought we had it at that end there, but with the last minute, in fact, let's check the exact time of that last goal. So that last goal occurred at 19:14, so the 46-second mark, 36 seconds left. Montreal was able to score. So I hope you enjoyed that, and Bruins are definitely motivated now. They want to go back and get a victory now after tasting it 3 times there, unable to hold on to it. So thank you for joining us. It's been Eric from High Ground Gaming with the Bobby Orr Career Replay, game number 11. The Bruins have a 3-3 tie, and the good news is Mr. Bobby Orr did score a goal. So take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.